Welcome girls from the Girl Scout Council of Cumberland Valley. We're so proud to co-sponsor this event with MTSU and AAUW Murfreesboro branch. This is our 4th year we put on this event. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of work, and girls have always told us this is something they really enjoy doing every single year. So have a great day today. This is a wonderful opportunity, and we're listening to girls in our community and know that they want more science programs, more math and technology programs, and we're actively trying to create more programs for you, especially around the issue of technology. So stay tuned to our mailings. If you're a Girl Scout, if you're not a Girl Scout, you can call the council and ask how you can get involved in some of the programs we're planning this year. Today I have a wonderful opportunity and a wonderful privilege of announcing and introducing our keynote speaker today, Nancy Van Camp. Nancy, I met her earlier this year. She was covering a story for Channel 4 News, that's the NBC affiliate, another conference we were doing on economic literacy for girls. And she was interviewing me, and I was just so struck by how wonderful she was, how much the girls, even though she wasn't a keynote speaker, the girls were responding to her. She's very charismatic. She's very concerned about girls and education, especially around math and science issues. Let me tell you a little bit about Nancy. Nancy began her broadcast career at a West Virginia radio station where she performed as an on-air personality and advertising copywriter. When she moved to Nashville, she attended MTSU. She is a graduate of this institution, and she completed her communication degree with an emphasis in journalism. She is currently pursuing her meteorology degree from Mississippi State University. Meanwhile, she anchors the weekend weather desk at WSMV, and you'll find her reporting on the weekday evening newscast. And that might have changed since this was printed, so maybe she'll tell you more about that. Nancy's personal interests include animals and a concern for their welfare. During the past 4 years, she has promoted responsible pet ownership in her series, Friends for Life, which appeared on the early morning and midday news. So Nancy's been very proactive in the community and lots of wonderful issues that I support as well. It's my privilege to introduce Nancy Van Camp.
Thank you very much. These are the exact same microphones we use at the station. The microphone clip is a little different. Tuck that in back here. You know, it's interesting looking back at you all at this moment because I used to sit exactly where you are, precisely where you are, because I took several classes in here as a student at MTSU, and I guess this doesn't have a clip on it, so it's going to have to lay there. I'm not going to talk so much today about specifically math and science as I'm going to talk about your personal lives and what your lives are like now and what they may be like as you grow up and become an adult and think about guys and stuff like that. Were you expecting that? Let me preface what I'm going to say with first saying that I am not man-bashing. I'm not anti-man at all. Some of my best friends are men, and I just celebrated my first anniversary. I waited 36 years to get married. Thanks. I waited 36 years, a long time to get married, and I love it. We'll also be talking a lot about money. Don't get the impression that I am materialistic. That's not the case. I'm talking about making enough money later in life to be comfortable, enough money to take the worry out of life. I'm not talking about, you know, needing to drive a Mercedes and acquire great wealth, all of that. And when I look at all of you and think about just being your age, what ages are you? Like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, that kind of range? How old are you? Yeah. You. In the pink, in the lavender shirt there. Okay. 11? Okay. Sometimes when I see people your age, I kind of wish that I could go back and start over knowing what I know now. I remember, you know, being your age, and I know what you're into, and correct me if I have it wrong, but looks are a big thing. Clothes are a big thing. Friends are a big thing. Guys, kind of. Those things will always be important. Even as you go through life, probably never quite as important as they are right now. But you know, if I could go back, I would worry a whole lot less about what people thought of me. I remember just being very, very concerned that everybody thought I was cool, and you know, worrying about everybody's opinions of me. And if I could go back, I would just do my own thing more and think, gosh, it must be a good idea because I thought of it. Therefore, it must be cool. And I wouldn't worry about trying to find out from everybody else if they thought it was cool or not. The main reason that I want you to think about a career in science and in math is all about money. Does that surprise you at all? Careers in science and math typically pay better, and they pay better sooner, as in right after college. Again, I'm not talking about being rich. I'm not talking about great wealth. I'm talking about less worry, less struggle. I'm talking about the freedom to marry a man based on your compatibility, rather than based on the idea that you may need money, his money. I'm talking about having the freedom to wait for the right person instead of settling for a person who might have the amount of money that you need. When I was a kid, when I was your age, I was under this misconception, this Cinderella misconception, that a man with a lot of money would appear and take care of me. After all, I was smart, relatively pretty, had nice clothes. But do you know what? It didn't happen. The prince ain't coming. And the only person that you can really, truly rely on in life is you. The only person you can really, truly rely on in life is you. Okay, we all know that there are women who get men who have money. And so does their prince really come? Okay, sometimes maybe the prince does come. But that doesn't mean it's permanent. That doesn't mean it's forever. What if the guy with a nice paycheck dies? Could happen. What if he's disabled in the Mercedes in an accident? Could happen. What if he loses his job? Loses that nice paycheck? I have a friend who did this. She married a guy for money. This guy was making a lot of money, about at least $250,000 a year, maybe more. She didn't know that he was sort of on the side embezzling a little money from the company. Now he's under indictment. Now he's under felony charges for white-collar crime, corporate crime, for embezzling money. And so this whole world that she had is in danger of totally falling apart. What if he leaves you? We know that 50% of marriages end in divorce. And gosh, I've only been into marriage for 1 year. I hope it doesn't happen to me. What if he not only leaves, but leaves you with children? There are a lot of women who are struggling in this country because they are divorced and because they have children. And some of them aren't just struggling, they're really poor. And I'm talking about the same women who used to live in really nice